Hey, my name is Becca, and I own a website design studio with a little bit of coaching sprinkled in. In this video, I'm going to show you what is the process I go through to create a new service or product. These are questions that you can ask yourself to figure out your calling and maybe your next genius zone. So I've been asked a handful of times why in the world I decided to start an online mastermind when my business is website design and logos. And I wanted to kind of take you through how I came to this decision. I think it's a really valid question, and it's not at all the trajectory that I thought. I thought I was going to do some passive income stuff. I was working through this process, and I realized, what I really love is cheering other people on. So the first question that you can ask yourself is, what topic could I talk about in 10 years? Well, for me, it's foster care, and I've already implemented 10% of my proceeds going to an organization that does foster care and helps orphan children in Honduras. But the other thing that really just lights my heart up is just cheering people on and being people's biggest cheerleader, and I've always been that way. When I was on the soccer team in high school, I was not very good, to say the least, but I loved being on the bench and cheering, and whenever the coach would look at the bench and decide who he wanted next to put in, I would look away and be like, don't pick me, I'm just here to cheer. I really got nervous, but I loved being supporting teammates, and so looking back, I'm like, there was something there. Number 2, what are some of your strengths? If you don't know them, ask your family and friends. When I asked, they said, you're an extrovert, you love speaking, you're outgoing. I want to read a quote to you from Hillary Rushford that I think is really pertinent to this topic. We want to keep an open hand to letting life unfold. We want to let God, or whatever you believe in, guide us and be humble and resilient rather than tightly in control. And yet, we also want to keep our gaze on our North Star, knowing who we're meant to be and what joy looks and feels like to us. From that place, we can't start the wrong business or create the wrong product. We can merely evolve and keep learning. I think that's really good because when you're trying to figure out the next product and the next service, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves. And the thing is, you can throw spaghetti at the wall, and if it doesn't work and falls off, you can try again. That's the beauty about being an entrepreneur. Okay, side tangent done. Time to move on to point number 3. What are some of my favorite books, movies, Instagram accounts, dream homes, causes that I feel a strong connection to? So when I was going through this, I love You Are the Girl for the Job. It's not sponsored, by Jess Connolly. I love the movie Pitch Perfect. I love Gilmore Girls. I love the modern farmhouse feel and a lake place. I love foster care. And I'm like, what? These all have something in common. And you may not think about it at first, but when you start to kind of put down, well, what is Pitch Perfect about? It's about this awesome community, right? What is You Are the Girl for the Job about? It's about trusting in who you are and pursuing your dream with the help of the Lord. And so all of this believed in fighting for yourself and believing in yourself and living a fun and joyful and family-focused life. So that might have helped direct me in a certain direction. When I wanted to do this mastermind, I wanted a service where I felt more connected and more intimacy with my clients. And I just felt like I wasn't necessarily getting that in the website design world. And that's kind of how this evolved. Another quick quote. I truly believe it is a gift from God and the universe that we are wired to all desire different things. And therefore, what it is that your heart desires is amazing because it's different than mine and hers and his. And together we're all going to help bless our corner of the world. So notice what it is that so stirs up your heart and just spikes your empathy through the roof when the issue specifically is talked about or this need is mentioned and you don't know how, but you want to lean into it and be part of the solution and help and healing. That's also from Hillary Rushford. I think that's really something to think about when you're trying to think about what causes really light your heart on fire. Okay, number 4. What am I good at that not everyone else is? For me, it was extroverting. Forming friendships quickly. I'm pretty good at switching gears in my business and pivoting. I'm good at creating things fast. And I realized that not all entrepreneurs are good at those things. I mean, initially I thought that everyone could do that, but that's not the case. So I wanted to offer something that really pushed people to just take the jump off the cliff and pursue their dreams. Number 5, what bothers me when other people don't do it because I do it so naturally? For me, it's one of those things for social media, getting things out there into the world, kind of like I mentioned before. You guys kind of beginning to see how this mastermind formed? Okay, 5 things people would call to you for advice on. Technology things people always seem to call me on. Website, SEO, Instagram, new beginner entrepreneur things. Number 7, what service or product could you create as a stepping stone into a higher level offer? So this is where you're just starting to brain dump all of those services and products that you could potentially offer. I put one-on-one coaching, mastermind, a loyalty or referral program with my past clients, a Squarespace SEO course, which I ended up doing, a marketing planner, becoming a speaker, although that one, there takes some other thing. I can't just become one. Well, I probably could. Okay, moving on. Creating a curriculum about designing a website workshop. All right, number 8, ask yourself if you are uniquely qualified to teach this. Does it serve a need in the market, and are you passionate about it? Honestly, I didn't really know if I was uniquely qualified to teach a mastermind because I didn't have any coaching experience. But I did see a need in the market for new entrepreneurs because a lot of these mastermind programs were $5,000, $10,000, and most new entrepreneurs cannot drop that. So I really felt like this could meet a need that a lot of people had. And then I was also passionate about it. Number 9, we're almost there. Which idea will make you the most money the fastest? It's just something to consider. For me, it was the loyalty referral program. That's not the one I went with. But as I kind of narrowed it down, I got to the mastermind or loyalty referral program. And I realized that the loyalty probably would be faster and easier for me to make. But then I created a pro and con list, and that's number 10. And when I laid out the pros and the cons of the 2 ideas, I really realized that my pro list for the mastermind was a lot bigger. So that is what I ended up doing. So I hope you guys found this video helpful about the process I take to get to my final new product or new service. And I know that it's so easy to have these mental roadblocks that stand in your way of launching your new service and your new business. But ultimately, those things that are in your way, if you don't overcome them, you just have to just do it. And then again, like I said, see if it works. And if it doesn't, you can change things. So that's my encouragement to you today. I hope you guys find this helpful. Hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. I post a lot of website videos, but occasionally I'll do stuff like this. So let me know if you guys prefer the more entrepreneur stuff or just the website and Squarespace SEO tips.